So, going live into the first minute, not a soul. Not a soul is listening to me, and I have to look at those zeros where it shows persons and likes. I have to take a different attitude. I'm having a hard time, okay, creating, okay, when nobody is instantly listening and partaking in the stream. I, as well as you, were streaming. I, as me, I feel I am streaming. I have a thought. That is my stream. My stream is my thought, and my thoughts and my words that I speak and the action I show you with my hands and how I feel about the story of the stream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Mars, Earth, resident angel of Venus and Jupiter. Mary of Earth divided again. When we have merrily together, L-Y, fleur-de-lis, LL comes together, and it shows me this. When LL comes there, it shows me this when LL comes together. What is it trying to say? The reason it shows me this is because what it sounds like and how you write it. In Spanish, when you put L and L together, although these two are at the beginning of the word, I don't know the macrame of the Spanish language. I barely even understand or know the macrame of the English language, other than understanding the macrame. Well, yes, the French language, but to understand the macrame, the makeup of dots and dashes and angles, okay? In the English alphabet, also, I call it, what is the language? What is the alphabet we use? What is the alphabet? What is the alphabet we use? Regardless, the macrame, okay, is the put together imagery of what you see, of what you have learned to know and use as, but have you alternatively used this elsewhere, as to where if I go to the element scale and start picking out this element or that element, we now have singularity using just letters. So let me see if I can do this. The element scale. Let me see if it's that way. Okay, the element scale. Okay, and oh, it's just so amazing. It's just so amazing. Just so amazing. Okay, I have to write something. Wow, I lost my position of where I was. What do I do and why do I do it? What do I do and why do I do it? What am I doing? The macrame of the language. What language is? Yes, we were looking at the element scale, the periodic table of elements and the atom radius. It's just ironic that when you look at it, it's 5B, 6C, a yellow symbol, 7N, 15P, and they're all supposed to mean something. But wait a second, G and E32. It's a small e, it's a big G. Hang on. The stream is strong. We must hang on. So much information is with us. So much information is with us. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I was watching a video yesterday. I'm going to tell you who it was. Hold on a second. Wow. No, no, no. No. Hold on a second. I have to look for something. I can't. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Give me one sec. Oh, yes. Marianne Williamson. Marianne Williamson. Birth of Mars. IA comes together. IA comes together in the middle of the word. How do we want to divide up that word? How should we divide up that word? How do we divide up words? Letters. Letters. Send me a letter. Send me a letter. In fact, in the letter, I just want you to write a number or design me something that looks like a word. Why am I talking? Where am I going? Why am I saying this? Words, words. What's inside of a word? Reincarnate. Reincarnate. In the word, it's talking about the ark, the supporter of yourself, understanding different signs, the ark. You go to synagogue, there's the ark, there's the covenant. All these words are telling more than what you're seeing. There's a story. I cannot tell you that story. I'm not in that realm right now. What I'm going to go to right now is this. Wow. Time to teach. Time to teach. Time to teach. T and the letter H. Teach. They say it's ash in French, and they say it's te, okay? And tash. A tash is when you have something to do, you need to do something. You have a task to do, a task to do. Tash. That's what that is over there. So time to teach. Divide. I'm just looking over some words. I'm putting some stuff together. I'm just thinking I am way behind, way behind. I was started off with this. Now that somebody's here, maybe I can say something that'll mean something. So when we have time heaven, right, which is 47, okay, and I like to call it vendredi. Dre meaning female. Birth. Sail. Dread or red. The red eye, or how about the Jedi? See, the difference between the JR for junior is one is Jack, and Jack is the plug-in. A, B, C equals 6 plus D equals to 10. 10 is the J letter. Now, when you play blackjack, black 29, Jack 25, equaling to what you see as 54, the sun, created from 14. Created from 14. All around this cube is going to be a total dots of 14, where if 3 is up, then 4 is down. The total you see right here is creation of 17Q. Why? Why? Because 3 plus 5 is 8, and 6 is 14, and 2 is 15, 16, and 1 is 17. You had 14 and 3. So if you had 14 and 3, you had 5 and 3, and you had 4 and 3. That's what the mathematics do. We only need to talk about the mathematics. Now, if we start to find a word that goes with number 43, maybe I'll say hot. If I see something that's hot, right away I'll think of red. If it's red hot, then we've got 27 and 43. What you see totals as 70, but it only actually equals to 61. Why does it equal to 61? Because of the Pythagorean counting system, 7 plus 3 is 10, 4 plus 2 is 6. 1 plus 0 is 1. It becomes 61. This becomes the church house spirit. The math will also create it invertedly by 4 by 3, 12. 4 plus 3, 7, equaling to 19. The invert of 61 is 19. We can invert things because it's so easy to lose it in its understanding for a young child that's standing beside you. There's two people facing each other, one this way, one this way. They see it differently. They're only children. Remember, we are the students. We are the children. We are the orphan of creation of 5775. Cinco, cinco, cinco. 7 and 7 is 14. That is the Christ of 11, the student 11. How do I come to this? The numeric value for Christ is 77, Christ. It's just a word. The letter positions of his name equals to 77 in a direct alphabetical count. Now, when I work the 7 by 7, it equals to 49, 7 times 7. When I add it, it equals to 14, equaling to 63, which gives me the numeric value for 11. It's funny that it becomes 911. And how is it created? From the numeric value of 77. What is 77? What is 77? How many? Hey, my cat is scratching the screen. Please. Is that okay, baby? What do you think? Hey? You scratching the screen? Hold on a second. Okay, so again, there's nobody here, but that's okay. So are you following me with this? The word 11, okay, the word 11, I'm going to have to bring this onto a new page. See, the word 11, okay, is the 5th and 12th and 5th and 22nd and 5th and 14th. 5, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5. Okay, so we have 5, 17, 22, 44, 49, 63. The letters, the total of 63 equals to 11, and that is where I get this reality over here. From the mathematical is 77, which will create 6 and 3. Now, if 6 and 3 is supposed to be 11, and 11 is supposed to be the student, why is 11 the student? I will show you why 11 is the student. Okay, it is Yo 11. And Yo equals to the 25th is the letter Y. Okay, and 15 is the letter O. You know, you see 0, 1, 5, you can get confusing. The total is 40, as well as 31, as well as 37. I'm going to explain it. Okay? I'm going to explain it. When you play the game of craps, this is a casino game, okay? Maybe it's not. It's just a game. It's called craps. It's the game of the 7th gate, where they base everything on this cube here. This cube here was made for the 7th gate. All the reverse sides, 6 and 1, 4 and 3, 5 and 2 are all 7. So you have 7, 7, 7 equals to 21 and 343. Multiplication and addition, okay, equals to 364 total, or 13 moons on a cycle of 28 days, equaling to 364. I only show you the math. I'm only showing you the math, and then I'm showing you things that go along with the math. Then I'm going to show you games, and through the games and what they say through the games, these are the stories they speak. Yo élève meaning student in French. The actuality of the word, okay, is 11. I connect this word to vendredi because it's a word that goes in French. We use it pretty often in our life. So I just want to connect words that we use quite often in our life. Okay, things that we use often in our life, things that are similar, coincidences, and things that seem to be what they are, but not actually what they are. So yo is the 25th and 15th letter. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 and 1 is 3. So this 40 goes to a Pythagorean count of 31. 3 times 7 equals to 21. 3 plus 7 equals to 10. The total, okay, equals to creation and man. I'm going to explain this a little bit further, what's going on over here. Now, what's going on over here is 7 times 3 equals to 21. 7 plus 3 equals to 10. I add them together, it equals to 31. So did this equation over here. Okay, so I'm going to just say, okay, they come together and they tell that story. So first it says blue. And then over here, okay, you can look at it as blue love if you want. And the reason for that is because it is the letter M. And the letter M is, if you really want to take a good look at it, right, it's mirrors of each other. It's mirrors of 7. Do you not see? Do you see? Do you not see? Right? Isn't that number 7? Right? Number 7. And then number 7 over here. 77. Would I make 77 a little bit longer? No, it's not. That's what it is. That's 77. Okay, so right away, and the letter sound, okay, M, okay, is almost like saying, I like you, I love you, in French. And I like to revert things from English to French and French to English. Another thing I want to mention is that I'm just trying to think which way. This is a measurement of the cube. This is a measurement of when you start over. What is that? A plus B plus C plus D equals to 10. The only thing that's left is E and F equals to 11 plus 10 equals to 21. And in the 3 dice game of Sickbo, they divide the 3 cubes of 18 by these 2 numbers, up to 10 being low and high being 11 and above. High being 11 and above. So if high is 11 and above and low, okay, is 10 and below, and the minimum is 3 because there's 3 cubes. I'm all over the place because there are so many stories going on. We have to understand where we get all the numbers from, why all the letters in the alphabet. So anyways, we get number 31. What does this do? This will create the female while this is already the male. 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So now you have 12 or 21, whichever way you want to put it in front of it, because that's the way we use it. But the total is 3 and 3, or either or which one. Okay, this will create number 5. So it is the female that creates the numeric value 5. Okay, now 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. 3 plus 4 equals to 7. And the 7 is now male. This system of calculations, okay, is the star system. It is the king system,
okay, and can be overridden by the queen. Okay, the queen that can move only this way, while the king, okay, while the king, okay, can move this way and this way and this way and this way. So he either moves side to side and goes absolutely no distance forward and no distance back. So you can say east and west. At the same time, you can say the king can go north and the king can go south. So what the king can do, the story of the king, okay, and this is in the game of chess. The king is the 13th card in the deck, unless you're playing war. He is no longer the 13th card in the deck, okay? The king becomes the 12th card in the deck in war. War, 12th card, queen is now the 11th, and the king is the 12th. So we now have 11 and 12 equaling to 23. This is what happens. Otherwise, it's 12 and 13 equaling to 25. Now, in this scenario, depending on which type of war it is, we can relate to blackjack. Okay, and the reason I relate to blackjack in this scenario, okay, is because the ace can reflect itself as 11, taking place of the student creation. Okay, this 11 can be created by a numerous amount of numbers. And if you want, I can give you an example. Okay, how to create 11. And you can say 35, 85, 55, 27, 15. Okay. 3 times 5, 3 times 5, 8 times 5, 5 times 5, 2 times 7, 3 times, 1 times 1 times 5 equals 14 equals to 25 equals to 40 equals to 15 plus 8 plus 13 plus 10 plus 9 plus 6 equals 11 equals 23 equals 35 equals 53 equals 23. First level. So you now notice we have this and this are the same, okay? And this don't have to be redone because it's an original number. And this original number brought us over here. And this one over here is going to equal to 15 and 8, equaling to 23. And this one over here is 15 and 8 equals to 23. This one's already number 23. This one over here, okay, becomes 5 and 6, 11. But 5 times 6, okay, is 30 on the next level, equals to 41. 4 and 1 equals to 5. We now have all 5s. But here we have the alter 5. We have the 1441. Grover on a lamp post. Controlled posts. And if we look this up, I'm just going to put this up over here on me. How you doing? How you doing? I'm going to look this up and see if I have a bunch of videos I got to upload. Here, check this out.
Hello there. It is I, your cute, furry, blue monster pal named Grover. And today, I am going to show you away from. But you're going to need something to be away from. So, aha! The perfect thing. The lamp post. How convenient. Almost as if it were planned.
Almost as if it were planned.
I am walking away from the lamppost, and soon I'll be away from it. There, now I am. What the hell?
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to show you of that. All I'm going to show you of that. All right, that's all I'm going to show you of that. So, I have to get a little bit of water, and I'm going to be back in a minute. Okay, I think I'm going to be a little bit more serious. Right? Anyway, so you saw how we came to number 23, and it's just ironic that 23 is also known to many people when they say 2300 hours. 2300 hours is 11 o'clock, and the mathematics of 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals that 11. So now what I do is it's just equations, and what the equations will say, even though they all come to number 23, all number 23s will create 11, all 11s will create the female. And the reason it creates the female, this is not an exact thing. This is one of that it can do. In my match, I match things. See, the bat's mitzvah, the bat's mitzvah, the bat's mitzvah, the bat's mitzvah, the bat's mitzvah. Remember, the bat's mitzvah is number 12. That is your student creation. You see, it wasn't 11th, right? It was 21st. You see, at 12th, you're in time heaven. But when you get to 21, you have reached the end of the cube. The total is 21. The last 6 years for F. 77 times 75. 57, 75. 57, 75. But when you draw it as a picture. See the way it shows 1? It looks like a cane, a little bit like a cane. Is that like a doorway? Is it like showing a doorway? Is it a pathway? Is it a pathway? Which way would it be now? Which way would it be? This way and this way? So if that was, let me see. So that's what I'm looking at right here. So this that I wrote down. I wrote down 5775. You have to also know that that year is 2015. And that is TO, time out. Time out. The day of rest is upon us based on this cube. if each cube was 1,000 years, and each dot had a value, a singular value of 1, meaning there are 21, but the actual value of each dot equals to 5. It is 1, but it equals to 5, the same thing as you see the 1 dot in the center in the 5 position. And the reason for that is when you add up 1, okay, through 9, okay, it equals to 45. Because the face of this, if you see the total number of possible dots that show up on here, okay, there are 21 dots. The average is 5. Why is it 5? Because if you just count this keyboard over here, if you take every dot for this value, you would be going 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 7 is 28, cycle of the moon, gateway, plus 8 is 36, you've completed the passage, plus 9 is 45, and that would be Fox, birth in the sun. So you have a total of 45 divided by 9 equals to 5. So when you have 21 dot value times 5, it equals to 105. And it says je, the 10th letter and the 5th letter. Depending on how you want to go about understanding this, okay, A plus B plus C plus D equals to J10. I've never seen my cat's tail move so much. Okay, J, and this is the 5th letter, J-E. You can also say the 15, 51, 47 by 33, which is Yo King Royal Gold. So anyways, this is basically what it is. I'm trying to understand what this design is going to do. I'm trying to see a little bit deeper into this design. Although it shows 1 and 1 next to each other, it shows doorways. Not really sure. Not really sure. Not really sure. I'm just trying to understand the design myself. So I'm just looking at it. Anyways, I'm off the subject. So this will tell you when you have 21 dots in the cube. I got a little lost. 21 dots in the cube, 1,000 per cube, and that would give you 2021. But that's just nor here nor there. This basically says I am over here. The reason for this is because the numeric value for this is right over here. When you add up these two together, okay, it'll be 1, 1, 1. This shows up, okay, right in the center of the roulette wheel, Okay, and the roulette wheel is 6 times 111. When you have 111, okay, the one of the first 111s is 16 and 17 and 18 and 19 and 20 and 21. Just 1 second. Okay, and 21 equals to 111. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Equals to 111. Now, the next one, okay, I'm just going to do one more, and that would be 13 and 14 and 15 equals to 42. And we're going to add with it 22 and 23 and 24 equaling to 69. And here is a total, okay, plus 69 equals to 111. The difference is if we are counting in a Pythagorean count, this would be this. This would be 33, if I get that right. 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 6 is 21. That is your cube. Okay, that is your gateway. We do not need the 6 because the 6 is a player within 7 and 8. If you look at the deck of cards, look at the 6, 7, and 8. They have the 6 inside both the 7 and inside the 8. That is the total of 33, 111, 33. These two are different than this one over here because in French, they say 17, 18. Here they say one word, size. And over here, the numeric value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Sorry, this is the the value just of this one, not the 111. Okay, I'm doing these two separate lines. Here it's 2, 4, 5. Okay, 5. This and this and this, and this one is 9 and 1 is 10, becomes 1. So 5 and 1, 6, telling me about, again, Mars creation in rotation. How do I get this? 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals 6 and 9. You see, here is the 9. And then I'm just going to do this over here, and I'm going to put the 6 over here. This becomes the percentage key, which is found on number 5. You see that? But when we create the artwork that goes along with this design, because everything seems to be a skeleton, okay, everything's to be a skeleton. So we end up with that design. And you can look at a lot of things because in that design, you have 2, you have 4, you have 6. Okay, you see the way that fleur-de-lis shows up, the 2 fleur-de-lis? Did you see the fleur-de-lis? How can I show it to you? Hold on a second. Basically, that's the fleur-de-lis. But I shouldn't have messed up my design. Not happy. Don't want to mess up my design. Okay, so we got that 6, and you notice that there's a pole right over here. There's a pole, this pole that's dividing. Here's the 8 that's over here. But we created with 6 and 9. Created by 3 times 3 equals to 9, 3 plus 3 equaling to 6. But it is not of my creation, but the creation of its creation. The artwork is what it is. So, Grover on a lamppost, controlled lamps. We did number 23. I showed how here is another 11. Okay, here is an 11. And what the thing about this 11 over here, this number 15 that drives us into 11, is that what happens, okay, is that every single 23 will turn into 11, which is creation of the DNA, the fox pass and the sun, and the birth, the yellow and black birth, the birth of the bee, the pollinating bee. I'm saying that because it becomes black and yellow. And that is for number 92 and 29. 29 black, 92 yellow. Black Jack, Earth, plug me in. Watch Grover on the lamppost. So I did a lot of videos I have to upload. So many things to talk about, so many things to kick around. Jack is numeric value 25. I say the king, okay, with Union Jack, okay, because king is number 41. 11, 20, 34, 41. King is number 41. And the thing about the king and Union Jack is they both get to do this, and then it's encompassed like that. And then this says this, which gives it a numeric value of this, which can also represent this, and reverse will represent this. In which this, which is a byproduct of this, which represents time, mass. The IT system of Mars and Earth, bring it on, Sam. The 13th letter, and the first letter, and the 19th letter. But in a 3-letter word and a 4-letter word, they can be talking something backwards in this. They might be saying it's the Z and not the A. I haven't figured out the equation of why, but I will tell you that it is 13 black and A red and 19 red. A red, A rod. So you have 20 and 13 that comes into this, and mass numeric value is 33. This one becomes the cycle. Okay, this number 47. 47, okay, is created by number 57, which is the moon created by Mars when creating 6 equals to 57. Now 6 equals to 0 as 0 equals to 6. This is a half-life. Okay, this is a half-life over here. However it runs, I do not know. This is what explains that DNA crisscross. Here, 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 and here. This is not doing this. This is doing this. It's on its own line. And this one is on its own line. Like fencing. You ever see the way fencing is made? Like fencing. That's the way it's done. Anyways, I don't know why I went into that. I just want to finish the mathematical equation. See how we got to number 47 as well, minus 12 equals to 23. So now we showed you 2 equations of what we're going to do, how it's spliced, and then we can tell you exactly what these are. This one will eventually create 23. This one will create number 23. This will create 23, and this will create 23. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 2. 2 equals 2, 3, 23. 3 times 5 equals 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 8. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals 8. 23. 1 times 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, they're the same numbers. We all created the same thing. The numeric value is in the moon. It is the queen as the 12th card. I think 12 equals to 107, 38, 48, 58, 60, 70, 82. Is that what it is? 12 is 82, runs the cycle of the moon and man. Wow. You see that? It told me again that we've been inverted in the moon. The male is female, the female is male, because in this equation over here, as well in cards, in war, the king gets reverted to the 12th card, where the ace, okay, is now the 13th card. The ace, okay, in blackjack is valued at, can be valued at 11 when all the pictures are valued at 10. There's a lot of equations going on in here. So in war, the king gets reduced to 12. Why did I bring 12 up over here? The 12 card, the king. When you are playing poker and you have the highest straight and you put the ace as the 14th card, if you want to look at it that way, because the ace can go first and last, right? So you can say the ace is the 14th card in, and you can use it first and last, like first and last. 13, add up 1 through 13 equals to 91. 1 through 14 equals to 105. 91 and 14 equals to Mars. 9 and 1, 10 becomes 1. 1 and 4, 5. Because there's a 10 here, all zeros equal to 6. It now becomes 75 instead of 15. So now we have the moon of DC. Because if it was 75%, it would be meaning 3/4. Or what if it was 4/3? It would mean 1 1/3. If it's 1 1/3, we may have to go back in our book. And I think I put this in the wrong spot. Give me a second. Yeah, it's right here. Dividing by 3. 147, 258, 369. I have to follow what they taught us. They taught us this, didn't they? So anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.
Thank you for watching this video.